I've been having this really wonderful conversation with a gentleman named Edward here on YouTube, and we've been talking about art school, and I wanted to bring you guys in on the conversation, see what you guys had to say on the matter. I have a pretty, I'm pretty opinionated on the topic of college and things like that, so please don't be offended by anything that I'm going to say. We can really agree to disagree, and I just need to kick back when I'm doing this particular video, because honestly it's a very personal topic and I'm just going to be really real with you guys. So to start off, I really want to make this clear. Whether you go and get a college degree or not, you need to have a hustler spirit. You need to just be very focused, and it doesn't matter what you're doing in life, you need to go for it. And you're not going to settle for good. You're not even going to settle for great. You are going to be fantastic at whatever you do, and you need to have this drive mindset, because that's really what makes people successful. And I know they don't really tell you that in school, but it's the truth. You know, a lot of people are under this perception, we've been fed this Kool-Aid in our generation, that a college degree is what's going to make you successful. Now, a college degree is great and it's helpful in many ways. But is that really what's going to make you go from good to great to fantastic? No, it's your spirit. It's what you take out of school. School can help you, but it's about that drive you have. Now I'm going to go a little bit Susie Orman on you guys and tell you this. Nobody, absolutely nobody, has the right to encourage you to acquire debt. I'm not trying to say again that if you can't afford going to a certain school, then that's the end all for you. No, there's so many opportunities. There's scholarships, there's financial aid. If you really want to go to a certain school, then hey, figure out a way to do that. But I'm just really warning you guys not to acquire a whole bunch of debt. And don't let everybody, or like an enrollment counselor, for instance, don't let an enrollment counselor bully you into going to a certain school and tell you that you can afford it. And oh, it's fine, once you have this degree, you'll be making so much money. Look, like if you go in to a job and you know, you have your bachelor's degree, do you think that a magical jack-in-the-box is going to flip up and say you're hired just because you have some golden ticket? It just doesn't work that way. Everybody and their freaking dog now has a bachelor's degree, and it doesn't make you stand out in today's society. I'm sorry. What really stands out, though, you're probably wondering, like, great, like, I have a bachelor's degree, like, what are you trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that it's just, a bachelor's degree can just get your foot in the door and say, hey, I've done this. But what really matters is what you've taken out of school and how you're going to like take what you learned and apply it. I mean, the ways that you can do these things, guys, is by getting involved in clubs, helping out in your community. Like, what are you doing for other people? That really shows what kind of person you are, and that's the type of person that gets hired. A lot of artists, their dream is to have their own art business. And if that's your goal, you really need to look into taking classes that are going to be able to teach you how to manage and run a business. Because art school, like, it's going to teach you, I'm not saying that art school isn't going to teach you anything. I have learned a lot from the art classes that I've taken, and I would not give that up for the world. But what I'm trying to say is, you need to be able to know how to manage a business after you get out of school. If you're trying to have an art business, don't expect it to just happen. Like, you can have the most incredible art, but if you don't know how to market it, if you don't know how to like balance everything out financially, that's not good. You know, like, you need to be able to learn how to do that. I have this book that I wish I could just like let you guys borrow it, but obviously you guys aren't here, you're over the internet. But there's this book that I read over the summer. It's called The Defining Decade. I think it would really help a lot of people out if they picked up a copy and read it. Even if you're not in your 20s, like maybe you're 18, get that book. It really was very inspirational. I think another really big thing that everybody should have, like, or do, have an icon in your head. Have somebody that already obtained exactly what you want and learn everything about them to be able to kind of do a very similar thing. I'm not saying like copy their art style. I'm saying how did they formulate their business? You know what I mean? So my hustler icon is Marie Forleo. I absolutely gained so much inspiration from watching her YouTube channel, and she's built this empire, and I really look up to her and admire her, and I think it's really good to have somebody that you can look up and try to see how they did things, because it is very helpful and they have a blueprint right in front of you. What I want everybody to be able to take away from this video is, I know it's hard to be growing up in this generation. We have so many people in our ear trying to tell us like what to do and what not to do, and you need to be this type of person. It's very controlling, and what really matters is what you want to do, and you should pursue it, and you should figure out ways to get to where you want to be. And that doesn't necessarily involve sitting in a classroom all the time. There's many things that you're going to have to learn that aren't going to be taught to you in class. So school's awesome. I love going to school, but you need to know how to take the stuff you're learning and apply it to real world things. So I'm going to end the video here. I'd love to hear what you guys think, so leave me a comment. And I love you all. Thank you for watching. Take care.